Actually, not. You know, can I finish? Can I? Was it shot in UP, a state in India, where it is based? The story is based in a state called UP in India. The gentleman is asking, was it shot there? It wasn't. And the reason for that is that, you know, shooting far away from Bombay is very expensive. Shooting in UP is very expensive. You put a camera and you have 5,000 people standing there. Yeah, that is also a possibility. Not so much with small filmmakers. So we shot the film, you know, about 4 and a half, 5 hour journey from Bombay, a place called Bhai, which is you know, very similar to the terrain and the milieu of UP. And a lot of small filmmakers do create their UP and Bihar in that area.
I assume that this must be sort of a comedy, but do these things, is the Indian government that corrupt?
I can say with all due respect that Indian government is less corrupt than American multinationals. Trust me, sir. They take you for a ride. Well, whatever little I've shown, you know, I've been a journalist, and whatever I've shown, a lot of things have come from my experience as a journalist. And it is true, sir. We are, you know, very corrupt. Yeah. Yeah, there is corruption. There is corruption. There is corruption everywhere. You know. There is corruption everywhere. So the India is also, yeah. We've got problems with our systems, especially the political system.
Talk about how you acquired funding for a small film like this.
Well, I did not have to struggle even a second for this film, because I had a gentleman called Ashok Pandey, and Ashok, where are you? He needs applause, you know, for backing a film like this. Ashok needs applause. That's my producer, Ashok Pandey. I dined with him, I went back home and I called him the next day. I said, Doc, I called him Doc, I said, Doc, I've got a good script. He said, what is it? I said, the idea we were discussing yesterday on the dining table, I think there's a film in it. He said, why don't you come over? I went home, I narrated him the Malayalam, and he said, I'm making the film. It was as simple as that. And I wish all small filmmakers, small makers get a producer like him. He's been terrific support to us.
What was your shooting schedule? How long did you shoot for?
Well, I shot the film in 35 days. We were shooting 15 hours every day, 7 to 10 every day, non-stop. There were no fixed lunch breaks. I mean, if I get to share my behind the scene, the making of my film with you, then you'll have my assistant, you know, one day celebrating that we actually had an official lunch hour today. So it was tough. But once you have a cast like that, once you have a crew like that, those who believe in the script, and those who, you know, each and every individual as a professional, as an actor, has to see something for himself in the film. And I'm glad that all my actors, all my technicians, they felt that there's something good in this script, you know, they should put in that little extra with this film. And we got support from all of them.
Do you have distribution yet? And if not, where are you on that?
Warner Brothers is releasing the film. They are our India distributors. They haven't been able to convince their big brothers in US, but they're definitely releasing it in India. And we are very confident. We made few, you know, discussions with few people in India, those who are talking about releasing the film in US, UK, Canada, and Middle East. So I'm very confident that when it releases in India, it will be a worldwide release. 3rd of December is our release date, which is set, which is locked. 3rd of December we get to release the film. No, Obama is visiting India in the first week of November. That's when our marketing and our publicity campaign takes off. And you know, we're getting a lot of good media coverage due to Obama, and I think a small film like this needs that kind of support. We've got, you know, Wall Street Journal covering us, we've got Washington Post, we've got New York Times covering us, we've got BBC covering us. So I think it's just helping. So Obama is doing something at least.
Where did the idea of Obama come into this entire NRI getting kidnapped?
You know, primarily it was recession. So, and whether you like it or not, you know, President Obama's election has been one of the most historic events in the last 10 to 15 years in the world. You know, I have not, one of the most passionate speeches I have heard was his, you know, Chicago speech, which I have also used in the beginning. And he did give, you know, he did give a very positive signal to the world that I'm here to change things. And in countries like India, there's a lot of support and there's a lot of hope from President Obama. And even today, despite he might lose the Senate tomorrow, but there's still people are hoping that he's here to change and he'll be able to do few things. So I wanted to connect that thing. I wanted that hope aspect of the common Indian. I wanted it to connect to America. That's how Obama came to.
Give it up for Subhash Kapoor.